What are you doing?
Yo, yo, yo. What up, everybody? How we doing? We doing all right?
We're doing.
We got Scott in the house. We got Amy in the house. We got
What's up,
Kathy in the
Amy?
house.
Kathy.
Marshmallow. What's up, yo, yo?
Marsha.
That's all that's commented so far. So that's all.
That's all that's here. They're done with us.
Oh, they're done. We're
They're
done.
done. But like,
You're canceled. Are we
it's
getting
okay.
canceled?
Canceled.
Are we getting canceled?
We're getting canceled.
Yeah.
And it's about fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta go. I don't even know like what we're still doing. We should just delete all of our social medias so that we can focus on our families.
Purple Princess.
What's up, Purple Princess? Kitchen mortician.
What up? What up? What up? Yeah. Hey, we should
We should just delete
delete everything.
but before we delete all of our social medias, we should just like cause a big shitstorm and then delete all of our social medias to focus on our family.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
For 72 hours.
Just 72?
Yeah. And then come back like nothing happened.
What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
That's the whole point of it. Is that nothing at all happened.
Nothing happened at all, huh? We just chilling.
So
man, today, look, I made a troll account. Well, I call it a troll account just because I genuinely do just troll.
You made one or you went on yours?
Well, yeah, it's my account or whatever. Like, I don't comment. I don't do anything with it. I don't even like anything.
Oh, I do.
Nah, I don't engage at all. But man, the drama was boring today.
I didn't go check. I've been busy today.
Yeah.
So you were on drama patrol. Anything cool?
Yeah, not a damn thing. We got like Shay Talon. She deleted her app or her account. She's probably focusing on family and shit.
Family right now.
Angela, the little bean flicker thingy majigger. She is private.
Focusing on herself and her family. That's good.
Probably. So I don't know how well the strike is going. Like, was it just a 1 day thing? That's what it kind of sounded like.
No, from what I gathered.
Because even like the bigger creator, what's her name? Petty Princess or something? Princess Petty? I forget. Yeah. That sounds like she's done. Like, she's not even talking about it no more.
Oh, because I was under the understanding that it was supposed to go until we got what we wanted. But
what did we want?
I still don't know. Clean food, clean air, no taxes. That was about all I gathered.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it was just boring today. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know. It was happy. Speaking of that, like, do people not come up with their own lines, like, at all?
No.
Sam says kids are off limits.
Well, that's good that she's.
Did she find Jesus or something and have like a change in tune of like kids? Because like,
no comment.
Yeah,
I have no comment on her.
Oprah's even blocking people.
Damn!
I
saw that she was limiting her comments.
Wait, who's the face of the movement? Angela? Yeah, I saw she was private.
She just doxed a single mother. Who did? What is happening? I thought you said
I didn't see this.
Nothing going on.
No, I didn't see this. Like, I saw like a video that Sam made about some mother dragon or something like that, and I didn't understand it, so I didn't report on it because it was just.
Oh Lord, are they fighting? I can't. Like, there's certain parts of tiki-taki drama that I can get involved in and like look at, but when it comes to certain other ones, I refuse to do so.
Huh.
So,
yeah,
that's probably why I didn't know about that, because I will not. Like, I addressed the whole Sam thing again on my Instagram the other day, turned all my fucking comments off. Like, it was not open for discussion or debate. It was just, this is how I feel.
I know. I text you. I was like, comments off?
Sometimes
Be
because
getting
and look,
softy soft. Okay.
no, it's not because I'm fucking soft. I told you why. It's because when you talk about for me, okay, I'm using I
Oh
for
boy, here we go with
statements.
our fucking feelings.
I feel statements. I feel like when when I talk about my health and stuff, it happens, but it doesn't like really bother me as badly. But when you talk about mental health, and if you're someone who does struggle really bad with depression and suicidal ideation and things like that, it makes people uncomfy, right? Like it does. Like if I am talking to you about like it makes you a little because you don't know what to say to people when they're saying that kind of stuff because it's uncomfortable. So a lot of times, like the comments that flood in are just like unsolicited advice on like my issues with my mental health and like y'all, I'm good. I've been dealing with this shit for like ever. I'm solid. I handle it with lots of sleep, cigarettes, marijuana, and dark humor. And it's working out really well for me so far.
As long as it's working out, that's all that matters.
But like I wanted to make it really clear that like I understood the headspace that
Water
and I heard yoga is really good too.
and weight gainer.
And weight gainer. But, like, I've been in that headspace before, so I wanted to comment on it.
Well,
Like,
that's
and
you
it
come.
would make me very upset if I, like, lost my battle with that and my friends were making me look weak. That would upset me. Like, if you were on the internet being like, it's your guys' fault and you pushed her to like, no. No, like, I had an issue, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, as long
You
as
gotta
you
use a barbecue lighter,
a barbecue lighter.
full barbecue lighter. You get extra points if it's one of, like, the bendy sticks, so you can do, like, trick shot lights.
Hey, I gotta go get my dogs. Hang on just a second. I know they're fighting.
We have a show why is his emoji my emoji? Do you guys see that? His little profile picture is my he just left me alone, and I don't know what to do. What a jerk. Um Yeah. But see that at least we have proof now that, like, Kat can't do a show on her own. He doesn't love me. I even told him today, I was like, "I need you to talk a little bit more than me tonight because 'cause I'm a little off my game and I'm in a flare and I'm seepy." Alright, how do you feel about the post about getting you to come back to TikTok? I think they're cute, but they will not work. So, they won't. Like, I had the long convo, like, with my husband, and and I think we're gonna talk more about this, especially on Tuesday when I have Lindsay on, like, being really honest about the negative effects of social media and still trying to, like, feel the need to put on that, like,
Why was I you?
badass persona.
Why am
I
I
can't
you?
do any magic tricks. I don't know why you're me.
That's
Am I
weird.
you? Hold on. Nope.
No, you're you. Same damn picture.
It's all about me.
Typical. Wonder how you change that.
Butters almost got me to are you serious? But that was way too big. Butters almost got me back with that one. Butters has been making some good comeback to TikTok content.
Every now and then I get the little urge, but
I do. I still think that, like, making videos is much easier over there than on Instagram. Oh, but the kids took all of them. I don't have an extra one. My kids stole all the bunny stickers. I do need one for my I don't think it's a Yeti. It's not. It's a Walmart special.
too much. Too much.
Too
Sorry.
much.
There was like a neighbor walking a dog and it got our dogs into a fight.
Dude, you should have brought the camera out there. Yeah,
No,
Bunny, bring some with you when you
and
come visit.
Danner's is gone, so I had to make sure it was stopped.
Danner's abandoned you. Cody abandoned me this year.
Yeah, she's at practice.
What if they're together?
You Tube is anti-Tex.
Tex, what if Daners and Cody are lying to us and they're secretly together?
Not unless he's in the town that she's in.
I don't have GPS on his phone.
Oh, I do.
On Cody's? You have
No,
GPS on my husband's phone?
no,
That's
on
kind of fucked.
hers. On hers. She's with her daughter. They had softball practice today. So unless he's there, maybe he went there.
When I see a username that includes cat with no content, I wonder. So I do have an account, but it does not have cat in it at all. I did see that
Is this
Danny
the guy you were
Masterson.
telling me about?
Yeah, Rooster from the ranch.
What about the other guy that did that to a 9 and 5-year-old and only got 180 days in prison? 180.
I can't believe that someone was only sentenced
6
to
months
180s.
for raping a 5 and a 9-year-old kids.
Mm-mm.
Got 180 days.
Mm-mm.
No media attention though.
Bunny's got GPS on your girl.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Danny gives it to everybody, it seems like.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, what do we have? Like Joe Biden walking out on the Medal of Honor?
Well, in his
Can you explain this one real quick? Because I can't explain. I don't know who
I
it is.
can. So Danny Masterson is an actor that was on That 70s Show. He played Hybe on That 70s Show. And then he was Rooster, Ashton Kutcher's brother in The Ranch. That was on Netflix. Really great show. Love The Ranch. But he was accused of 2 separate counts of rape. And they were 2 women that were a part of his church, that were former members of his church, and he was sentenced today to 30 years to life for both of them. It was the Church of Scientology. So, which he still was active in, but the 2 girls, it said in the statement that I read that they were previous members. So I don't think that they're still, but to see, like, I know, like, it does make me mad, obviously, the guy that only got 6 months, but to see a celebrity actually get sentenced to hard time was a little shocking, because usually they don't, you know?
Yeah.
They, like, get away with it.
Harry Weinstein, Bill Cosby. I mean,
Joe Biden.
Just to name a couple that got sentenced.
Scientology is a fucking cult. So, fun story, I almost joined Scientology.
Why does this not surprise me? You're
I
so
was
vulnerable.
I am. I'm very vulnerable. I'm very susceptible to, like, cults, I think, because I crave community so much. I don't know.
There's a soundbite for all the trolls.
Right? Very susceptible to cults. Not to lead them, but definitely to join them. I don't think I have leader quality ship, but I
I
definitely
don't know.
have.
You were the leader on the TikTok cult, so I think
It was
you
just
got
too
it in
much.
you, Kat.
It was too much. I have to demote myself back down to follower.
Back down to follower.
So, well, like Creed from The Office said, you have a lot more fun as a follower. So that's what I'm gonna do. But
Is it a MAGA tattoo?
I was in Chicago with a couple of friends for the weekend, and there were these people that were, like, walking around, and they were so nice, and they were talking to everybody, and we got to get free personality tests. I think that's what they were called. So we went to this building, and, like, you had to hold these, like, metal rod things and then, like, talk to them, and then as things kinda, like, as the levels go up, but then it was like I had to pay a bunch of money to, like, go to the next course, and then once I came home from my trip and started talking to my family about it, they're like, "That's Scientology, and that's a cult." So I was, like, this close.
What is the Queen of Flock?
Flamingo for Queen of the Flock. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe I was missing something.
I did watch a
I mean,
documentary
flamingos are
though.
cool. I do like flamingos. They're pretty cool to look at.
I did watch a documentary about starting a cult though, so I am familiar with how to do
Oh,
so.
didn't you start one on TikTok?
Yeah, it's just not worth it though. It's
Why
a
not?
lot of work with very little like reward.
Oh, very little reward.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
TikToker.
Oh, um, she did like Great Awakening stuff, right? Purple
I don't know.
Princess. She was around for a while. I don't know if she's still on there now. I followed her for a long time. I really liked her content.
And that's her
Was she a
name.
cult? I bet you she was a cult because I liked her. Or like Teal Swan. I was obsessed with Teal Swan. She was like this spiritual guru, motivational speaker. I followed her for a long time. And then she was over on TikTok for a while. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so awesome. And I wanted to go to one of her retreats so badly. And then a documentary came out about her on Hulu. And I watched it. And like, sure as hell, she was a cult too. So that's like twice now I've almost joined a
Is that
cult.
this? Is that that? Is it this
Go to like
person?
some of her videos. I can't see. Oh my God.
Is that
Yeah.
this is her?
People say it's a cult. So okay. So you guys did the tattoo like a joke. So it's not really a cult. I'm gonna post your old content from Butters. I can send you some if you want. I can send you some videos over on Insta. Just let me know. Let me know what genre of Cat and Tex you want. I will
Yeah,
help you out.
I was gonna say I can absolutely. Yeah, that's her. Okay.
What the hell? None of y'all got tattoos for me.
I guess you weren't
Now
really
I feel gypped.
You should.
Just little cat ears
Oh,
with
so it's
whiskers.
not really a cult, just the real tattoo.
Well, then
I'm always I just any type of excuse is all I need just to get a tattoo. So like, I mean, I can't blame.
Me and Cody
I
are
get a tattoo.
getting. I haven't had a tattoo in a long time. Me and Cody are gonna go get tattoos. I talked him. I talked him into getting like song lyrics. So we're getting like
Song lyrics.
he's getting some on his, and then I'm getting the other half on mine.
You gotta get cat ears.
Yeah, just like little pointy ears and little whiskers. And that's it. Blair!
Yes, sir. Always
Oh
down.
my gosh, how are you? I haven't seen Blair in forever. Well, I see you on Facebook because we're Facebook friends.
So are we.
I bet you I was Facebook friends with him first.
I really don't care. So you can have that title.
Only because you know that I was.
No, just because I don't really care.
Dude, Bunny, I kind of want to now. Kat's gonna get Who Let the Dogs Out, and Cody's is gonna say who. No, we're joining the Hosier cult. So we're getting those ones. That song, it's a new song. It's called The Work Song by Hosier. Hosier is like a lyrical fucking genius, and all of his songs always remind me of Cody. Like he sings great songs.
Oh, so good.
Oh, they're from not.
Oh yeah. Oh,
it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Shut up, mister. Like, weren't you just like you? Whatever.
Time for a comeback.
We're gone.
Yeah,
so you gotta come back, Blair, and own that shit.
Hey, I like that next guy. I discovered him yesterday.
We gone.
I posted one of his videos on my Facebook.
We gone. Dax on TikTok.
Sure. I didn't see it.
Is that who we're talking about? He did the song with Adam Calhoun and.
His was solo.
Because I think that's the same guy that did the song with Adam Calhoun and oh my gosh, why can't I think of that guy's name right now?
To be a man.
Somebody please put it in the comments. It's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah, he is amazing. But I don't know anything about him and Adam Calhoun. Like he might have.
Who's the Tom McDonald?
He might have.
Yeah, I think he did.
I just discovered him yesterday. So like I'm still like exploring him. I do like him though.
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure.
We just can't play it on here because then we get hit with like copyright and shit. Oh. Yeah, I know.
Did we get a copyright when we played Bryson's?
Yes, actually, we did.
Spicy. Did we really?
Yeah, and then we got one for the 420 song because I got high.
Can you explain that to me? Because is it because we're available for monetization? Is
Yeah.
that why?
Well, because anybody, well, yeah.
So if we turned off monetization for a certain episode, then we could play whatever we wanted to?
That's how I discovered them, Scott. Was on YouTube. No, you can get
They're
it
cute
for
tattoos.
even if you're not monetized, you can still get because you're not supposed to be using it.
Can't see it. There's Purple Princess's
Oh,
cult.
that's cool.
That's
I like that.
her cult tattoo.
There's the cult tattoo.
That's a really cool flamingo though. I like tattoos
I do
like
like
that.
that one.
Like just the lines. I
Yeah,
really like those.
yeah. That one's
Why are
good.
you in pain? Jalapeno? What happened? Did I miss something?
Probably.
Did someone hurt you?
Yeah, Scott. That's the one that I discovered yesterday. That's a good song. That's a real good
To
song.
be a man?
Mhm.
You're not allowed to talk about being a man. No one cares.
And that's what the song talks about too.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's good.
Ooh, I gotta go check it out then because I'll have to put it up there. Oh, jalapeno. I'm so sorry. I'm glad they gave you some meds though. Meds are good when they actually give them to you and don't try to. Never mind. I'm not going to go on that rant right now.
Dear Alcohol is another one.
Dear Alcohol is a good one.
I'll have to go check that one out too.
Is that Tex,
So
Kat?
Joe, sure.
Go ahead.
So Joe Biden walked out on the Medal of Honor.
He did, however,
however,
it was to limit people from COVID exposure because Joe Biden really cares about COVID and not exposing people and properly masking, and we take COVID very seriously. COVID is back.
Wouldn't the recipient be like told that ahead of time? Hey, just so you know, here's what's gonna happen because he's got COVID.
Well, apparently it was planned.
No, because that poor soldier did not look like, and neither did anybody in the room because they were all looking at him like, "Where the hell are you going, fool?"
Yeah. No, that was completely heartbreaking, and you can't really say that it was the masking though, right? Because he had a mask on during when they were 6 feet apart. And then when they came together and he was like nose deep in him, sniffing him up.
Yeah, he gave the old sniffer.
Trying to figure out how to put this thing on him because he couldn't figure it out. He didn't have a mask on, and neither did the other guy. And I don't know about y'all, but both of them are pretty old and probably in that high risk category. So maybe they shouldn't be breathing on each other.
Well, he probably got advice from Gretch.
I sent Gretch an email today. I'm waiting. Or it was yesterday.
I remember you when you used to email her every day
to hear, but I know I haven't emailed her in a while. I've left her alone. But one thing that she did that I was actually really happy about here is that she did free meals for all kids in the state of Michigan, breakfast and lunch. So it's the whole state of Michigan. Kids don't have to pay for breakfast and lunch. And I was like, you know what, Gretch? That was pretty solid of you, right?
I agree, Kathy.
But I was thinking, okay, well, they did it during COVID too. They did it when the kids went back to school from COVID.
It's true.
They did like the free lunch and free breakfast. And my kids were like, oh my God, it's so good. And they really stepped up the food. And I was like, that's amazing. Like that made me happy. But this time around, like my kids are coming home sick. And my son's having like issues with his stomach that he's never had before, ever. And so the other day I was like, what is going on, you guys? And they were like, the food is so gross at school. It's so gross. Like my son was only eating yogurt. That's it because he didn't like the food. And I've never been like a pack a lunch mom. I'm like, there's hot lunch at school. Like, go get you some. And I know that there's like extras.
It's probably the Michelle Obama food plan.
No, he said that like they were serving them like the off-brand. He was really upset because he's like, it was off-brand Uncrustables, mom. Like they weren't even name brand. And I was like,
well, you pay all this money and you can't even get name brand shit. Like that's fucked up.
But he talked about how gross it was, and even Elise is talking about it. So I told them, I was like, just get through this week and we'll we'll go back up to the store and get you guys lunch pails and ice packs and the whole nine. And I guess we're bringing lunch to school from now on because I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to send them to school where they're not eating good and they're getting really bad stomach aches. And, my poor
Yeah,
son, I had
I
to
don't
keep
know
my
if
son home for 2 days because the poor kid couldn't go to the bathroom.
I don't know if this is the first time you've ever heard of this or not.
Mhm.
The kids ain't ever been eating healthy in school.
No, I mean, not healthy, but they were at least enjoying what they look. Nobody in America is eating healthy unless you're growing it yourself and raising it yourself at this point. Like we're trying to eliminate the red 40, um, because my little boy has some hyperactivity issues. Um,
Most little boys do, in all honesty.
yes. And we kind of let it go for a really long time. But now he actually has a lot of tics and he's really embarrassed by them and he's getting kind of picked on at school now for it. So I had done a lot of research and I guess that the red 40, if I can eliminate it or at least really dramatically, um, yes, everybody's in that fucks with ADHD. I've eliminated it. It's a pain in the ass, dude. It's in everything. But then
Yeah,
if you go and you look at other countries and their food,
it's banned.
everything that we eat here is banned. Like
Yeah.
our whole ass, like during COVID, what did they tell you to drink a ton of during COVID? It
Water.
was like the cure was like Gatorade.
Oh,
Drink the
Gatorade.
Gatorade. Drink the Gatorade. Gatorade is banned in every other country.
That's because COVID was sponsored by Gatorade.
They dumped a big Gatorade thing over Joe Biden's
That-
head when he did
that's
all the
right.
mandates.
It's over. We won. He got the shower.
That day that they were like in the streets drinking champagne, it was really Gatorade in the bottle.
You know what I always found weird, like, so when the war in Iraq was like concluded, or maybe it was Afghanistan, was a victory or whatever. Bush did that whole like ceremony thing of like, we won the war, yada yada yada. You know what I mean? Even though
Mhm,
we didn't and still haven't. But
mhm.
why didn't we get like a celebration of like the pandemic ending?
We didn't celebrate. I'm so mad that we didn't get to do that. Like that was fucked,
It was
dude.
like so quietly, like pandemic's over and moved on, instead of like this big celebration. Like all these lives were supposedly costed by COVID.
Right, we should be
So,
celebrating it. Like we
right,
did it. We did it. We did it, Joe. We
right,
saved, we saved
right.
America.
We should call Joe Biden.
But instead, now we're just bringing it back. So we got the news back, in case you haven't noticed by my Instagram.
Oh boy.
You can totally tell if you go through my content the period of time that I did not have news on my TV. But it's football season, right? So you gotta jack up that package for the Big Ten and ESPN and all that stuff.
The
So
Lions are playing right now too.
we
By
have
the
the
way,
Lions are playing right now. They're doing all right. They're doing good too.
I mean, they just started, so we don't know.
No, I mean like in a whole, from what I've heard, because there's like some
The
hard.
league just started today, homie. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We don't
No,
know if they're good.
I'm not talking like as in games. I'm talking about these diehard fans that are like following them through like training, through all the other stuff. I saw a couple of videos today over on the Book of Face where people were like,
Well, they're losing
"Don't be
21 nothing
jumping
in the first
in."
quarter, so
Are
there's
they?
that.
They're,
No, I'm
yeah,
just kidding.
that's my Lions.
No, they're tied 0-0. What's up, bro? You all right?
I mean, do you want to put it in a little box?
Yeah, we can put it in a little box.
But so no, back to Joe Biden. He was doing it to protect people from COVID. So I feel like you should stop being so critical
Yeah, no,
because
I'm not going to stop being critical.
he's saving lives.
Saving lives.
He's saving lives. He is also not going to the 9/11 thing, which I was under the impression that all the presidents had. Like I made a big bitchy video about it. Like, how could you not do that?
Marsha, who do you have playing tonight? Hopefully not Travis Kelsey because he's hurt. Sorry.
No, you're fine. But it was Pablo had actually commented on it. And I love it, like, when my peeps are able to, like, respectfully tell me something instead of being, like, a total douche canoe.
Hey,
But
earmark this because
Trump didn't go, and Obama didn't go.
Right.
Putin ended COVID last maybe 10. Dude, I'm really scared about China and Russia.
You know, I was thinking
They're,
about
like,
this.
doing shots together and shit.
So I was bored at work today, and so my brain just starts thinking like stupid shit half the time.
Right. Like
And
conspiracy shit?
no, not necessarily conspiracy shit, but just in general, like stupid shit. And so like I started thinking about like Russia and
Mhm.
whatnot. And it's like, why is Russia the only country that's interferes in our election?
Are
Why
they though?
well, that's all you ever hear about is just Russia's the only one that interferes. Everybody's worried
We
about
do
Russia,
like
Russia,
to
Russia.
Russia.
But ain't nobody worried about the Democrat Party doing it, Joe Biden doing it, the FBI doing it, the CIA doing it,
Did you
China
see,
doing it. Like
did you see
only
Kamala
Russia.
Harris's comment on that?
Huh?
Kamala Harris got asked about it, and she just kept saying, like, really sternly and almost creepily, she was like, "We're gonna win.
Oh yeah.
We're winning.
No.
We're gonna win." And I'm like,
That's because only the Democrat Party can interfere in
but then I saw a poll today that said that Nikki Haley would be I'm not kidding you, she's polled right now above Trump and DeSantis, and I'm like, "Who the fuck are you polling? Who's taking these polls?"
people who have no idea who she is, but they know who DeSantis and Trump are, so they're like, "Fuck it, Nikki Haley."
Fuck it, Nikki Haley. They're like, "I don't know who the fuck she is, but I'm done with these 2 assholes,
Right.
so bring in Nikki Haley."
She's from like North Carolina or South Carolina. And then she was
Well,
an
I used
ambassador
I
as
used to
well.
have this, like, fun little troll account on TikTok way back in the day,
Yeah.
and it was a left-leaning creator, and she used to be so mean to me, and then we started getting along really well, and she was a big, like, Nikki Haley. Speaking of Ukraine, though, I
What
was
up, junkie?
watching What's up, junkie? I was watching some Tucker
Oh
stuff.
boy. Oh boy. Here we
Not
go.
last I did watch last night's, but this is not in regard to last night's. We'll
Okay.
get there. We'll
That
get
one
there.
was a little.
But he was talking about, like, he's in different countries, right? So he was talking about the difference in what these countries think is happening with Russia and Ukraine versus what America thinks is happening.
Okay.
And he said that it was, like, embarrassing to tell these countries, like, "No, you see, in our country, we believe that Ukraine has got this, and they're only another $2 billion away with donations from us and these weapons to, like, win."
Oh
And
no, you
other
didn't hear Mitch
countries
McConnell then, did you? I know, like he didn't stop, but you didn't like he actually kept talking, like he didn't freeze.
he completed a sentence?
Yeah, like they
Because
kept
every
like
other country is like, no, the fuck they're not. They are not
uh
winning. They are
per
not
Mitch
going to
McConnell,
win."
he's actually disappointed in Joe Biden for being slow to the aid of Ukraine. And that he wished he'd like speed things up a little bit.
Did he mention, like, Hawaii or Florida or
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Just
if he really likes helping other countries, like, there were some wildfires in Canada, we could go hook them up.
Foot Junkie might agree with that one.
I mean, I know people in Canada. I'd be cooler with money going there.
Yeah.
Canada doesn't really, start anything. They're just our really polite upstairs neighbors that have to deal with our loud ass bullshit all the time. That's how I've always looked at Canada. Like, I always feel like it's like, sorry about that, guys. Sorry we're so crazy down here.
Buttered sausage. What?
I thought Foot Junkie was buttered sausage.
You can always say something.
Speak your truth. You got to start it off with that, though. You have to start it off with, "My truth is,"
And then on God.
and then you have to say, "On God." Oh my God. On God. No cap. On God. Bruh. So Mitch McConnell is mad. I knew you were.
Well,
That's
he's
what I
not
thought.
mad because he said he did like compliment Joe Biden. He's like, yeah, I mean, he's
No.
been helping, but he's just been a little slow. He's been a little slow to the
I feel like Mitch McConnell, of all people, shouldn't be talking about people being fucking slow.
to the
what I want to say is that we need to stop the anti-Ukraine rhetoric. I'm not anti-Ukraine.
I am. I
I'm
don't
not
care.
anti-Ukraine. I am
I'm
I
100%.
am take care of what we need to take care of first and
But I'm
foremost.
also anti-Russia. Like, I don't really care. I think we should mind our own
Yeah,
fucking
I would
business.
be annoyed as shit
The
if we were
irony of
sending a
all of
shit ton
this
of money over to Russia too.
is both parties, in the last, well, when Trump was running in 2016, they called us warmongers, and Trump's going to start World War III. Obviously, neither one of them happened. But here you have us literally involved in a war. Like, yeah, granted, we're not physically involved, but we're literally financially and giving our aid to them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if they're an ally. Look, Kat's my bestie. I don't go defending her every damn time she gets her stuff in some trouble. I don't. Like, sometimes you
No.
just got to handle shit on your own, and I'm cool with that.
Like, didn't you
Because there's
guys
an ally.
realize that like I kind of disappeared after the vaccine mandate is the same thing as grape? Like, Cat kind of was like Homer Simpson and into the bushes.
I mean, it's true though, but
Like but like I get where your head's at, because like that's where I think that like the liberal part of me kind of comes out. Like, I want to help them. I want to help everybody. I would love to help everybody. But at the same time, we can't help everybody. And when we have people in our own country, like I just more money should go to our people over Ukraine. Like,
so
Joe
what I
Biden's offering
believe,
$700 to people in Hawaii right now, and they don't have any, like, they're just living in the streets. So I have a problem with that. I have a problem. Do you see that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith got called out for the Hawaii real estate fraud shit?
no.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they had a farm out there and like very quietly said it.
What?
Yeah. It was, I just saw something about it today, actually, to where they were getting called out. Will Smith, Jada Smith.
Yeah, it was back in like 2015, and all before that, everybody was saying how corrupt Ukraine is, how corrupt their government is. They're one of the most corrupt countries in the world, and then now we're all. I don't really care if that's an ally or not at this point. I mean, I get you. You get how you feel for junkie, and hey, more power to you. I just don't agree with it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But
so they sold theirs. But I mean, they sold theirs a couple of years ago, but I can't remember how the video went. I'll have to find it and send it over to you, because it was like the way that they were doing this real estate stuff, and then they were trying to kind of like swoop in after Maui as well and start buying some shit back up.
yeah,
There's something about Maui that is still so unsettling to me. It's beyond. What? Nuh-uh. Are you for real?
because I don't care about Russia either.
No.
Like, I just think we should just mind our own business. Just because somebody's an ally doesn't mean we have to come to their defense every single time. That's my opinion. Like, I don't care for Russia either. Like, I'm not sitting here going pro Russia.
No.
I just don't care. And I don't feel like we should be doing it, especially doing the brunt of it as America. The other allies aren't putting in nearly as much as we are. So that's where I stand. And I don't know what the NRA has to do with anything.
Do you think maybe we're just like super jaded though now too, to where we just don't want to fucking help anybody anymore?
Yeah, because you know what? Here's the thing. Oh, that was what also I was going to say. Both parties were sitting there. Both parties. Everybody was kind of unison on this. That everybody's tired of U.S. having to police the world. And then, like,
I don't understand why we think that we like, okay.
So we're not fine with what happened in Venezuela when we got involved, because we made it a poor country, and so now that's why all these people have to flood through the countries because of what we do to other governments. So you trust that we're going to help this government that was also deemed one of the most corrupt governments in the world, and now we're okay with helping them and fix them when we couldn't even fix Iraq or Afghanistan. They're worse off. Every country we have ever helped or gone to battle with has been worse. Like, we don't have a good track record of helping.
But maybe like it's being done intentionally, and it's not America policing, it's America weakening other countries in the ruse of help. Like, there's nothing more horrifying than the government saying, I'm here to help you.
Right.
Because they don't want to help you.
Yeah, I'll look it up, but I don't even like the NRA either. So like, I don't know if it's the same NRA, but I don't like the NRA either. I'm not a member.
Speaking of
I was a member for a very short period of time, and then I withdrew my membership because I don't like them either.
Do you own a gun safe?
Not Liberty.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's fucked up.
Like across the whole entire board?
Yeah, without a warrant.
So there was no warrant.
No, they just asked for it and they gave it to them. Now they just changed their policy today where now they'll have to have a warrant from now on.
Oh, well, that's nice after today.
After they're going to be a Bud Light. So, no. I don't understand why the safe company in general has to hold like a master safe. I bought the safe. Let me have it. Let me own it.
Well, that's what I'm wondering is how don't be sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
Those are your complete feelings and your opinions, and you know that me and Tex still respect the shit out of you, regardless if you have a different opinion. We love your fucking face. Vent the hell away.
Yeah.
Freedom Fam is a safe space for both political parties to bitch about the government.
Can we not call it that, though?
Sure, what do you want to call it? Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch. Just complain.
We're Freedom Fam, freedom of speech. You know, we do believe in freedom of speech. So, like,
you don't ever have to apologize ever for venting.
No, I mean, we just got different opinions, and that's okay too. Because I'm not changing. Like, I just don't care. That's the thing. When it comes to this Ukraine and Russia, I just genuinely don't care.
I feel like I'm caring less and less about
pro Russia, and I'm not pro Ukraine. I'm just like, leave us the fuck out of it. Let's just do our thing for a change. Maybe help Hawaii. Maybe help Florida beyond what we're doing. Maybe help the veterans that are homeless. Maybe help something. I mean,
you know how like people leave.
I thought we needed infrastructure. Can't we clean our energy? Like all this money and all this equipment being sent over, like we can do things with it instead.
I feel like America needs to do what a lot of people on social media do, and they need to get off of it and focus on their family for a little while. Like, I just think we need to mind our own business for a while. And
please don't take it personal for me, because I'm not taking it personal from you. I don't care. I genuinely don't care about helping other countries right now. That's where I stand. Like, and it's not a pro-Russia thing. It's not a pro-Ukraine thing, because I don't care for either one of them. I care about America.
I feel like America needs to focus on itself.
Yeah, we're in some deep shit. Like,
for a while. For like a long while. And that's why like I was worked up about Joe Biden not going to 9/11, because I was like, man, this would have been a really good opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, even if you don't like him, because all I can remember is I think in my lifetime, the most proud I was to be an American, the most unified that I felt with perfect strangers on the side of the road was September 12th. Yeah. And because I actually was working at a gas station at the time during September 11th. And I remember my dad was dropping me off at work, and we heard it on the radio, and he was like, I don't know if I want you to go to work today. And I was like, look, you know, it is what it is. We need money. I got to go to work. I was at work.
On 9/11?
Yes.
You're younger than me.
I know. I dropped out. I didn't graduate high school.
Oh, okay.
I had to go back. I had to go back and do, yeah. So like we needed money. We needed money more than education at the time. Okay. So, and it was like right after my dad was diagnosed with cancer. But anyways, so they were switching out the gas prices. And I remember this. Like, I remember this clear as day. I was getting calls from corporate. We would have to go in the back room. We'd have to shut off all the gas pumps. We had people backed up for miles and miles and miles. And we had to keep switching them off and upping the price and upping the price. And I just remember that even though, like, my place of employment, like, they wound up getting fined heavily because anybody that was, like, price gouging due to this wound up getting, like, really
Oh
severely
yeah.
penalized, and we were one of them. But what I do remember is I remember people coming into the gas station and, like, having genuine conversations with each other. Like, it wasn't.
Can I just add something
Yeah.
to this real quick?
You're fine.
How is it that we trust the solution when we created the damn problem? That's what I have an issue with. Now all of a sudden we're going to trust the same government, both governments that you're saying, Canada as well, that created this problem. And so now you want to trust us to fix it? That's some Bill Gates shit of like installing some viruses on computers just to create an antivirus software to boost sales. Like that's what it screams of me, and I don't trust it. I'm sorry. I don't trust any government being able to fix any fucking thing, especially shit that they created. They can't even fix the shit in their own country that they created on their own problems. How are they going to fix a whole war?
Right.
So, Foot Junkie, actually, by you saying that, I'm even more convinced now that we shouldn't be involved.
Oh, Lord
I
Josie.
am. Because look, I can't ever trust anybody or anything or any entity or any business or anything that creates a solution to a problem that they created. That's for profit too. So like I'm not for that. So that's again, thanks Foot Junkie, because now I'm even more against it.
Okay, let's change the combo. But I feel like Joe Biden had an opportunity. There was an opportunity there, right? Like it was there for like this nostalgic, like, I don't know. I really want
What's against
somebody
us then?
in higher power to try to do something to actually bring people back together instead of separating them. And no one's doing it.
No
What
one.
did Joe do now? Do I need to call him out publicly?
Well,
Is
if
there
Russia
demand?
does something, I don't think losing or winning in Ukraine will stop Russia from ever attacking us being this close. So if they attack us, and that's an attack on us, and therefore I will be absolutely hoping that we get involved. But until that happens, as we both know, Alaska is always on high alert when it comes to Russia. Russia always does
Then we're
this.
fucked. Which I feel like it's gonna be that way no matter what. I feel like everybody like it's just delaying the inevitable. And I always feel bad saying that because I feel like I'm being like gloomy or Josie, tell the non-TikTokers what you've done. What did he do? Oh
Cat
yeah, about
already
that
knew.
cat I already knew. I did? I guess I already knew.
You just don't know.
I guess I'm fine with it.
Yeah, you must be.
Oh wait, is this like the big secret? Is this public knowledge now? Can we talk about it? Are we allowed to say it out loud?
What is this?
I mean, I feel like people aren't being like hella obvious about it. Yep, there it is. So, can I say it? Can I say it out loud?
I mean, he did.
I'm waiting for Joe. I guess, yeah, I guess that's the way, but you're not. There we go. Joe and Lana are expecting a TikTok baby.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop, TikTok babies.
Joe, that sucks, bro. I'm sorry, man.
We all love each other, but we all love each other. I'm more worried about the mini Lana. Just joking.
No.
So Barack Obama smokes crack and has sex with dudes.
So this guy has been like, and I've followed this
I
story
just
for a
figured I'd
very
change
long
the subject.
I know. Like, and I get like it's because it's Tucker and whatnot, and I don't know whether to believe the guy or not. In all honesty, what I do find very hypocritical though is how now all of a sudden, at least I've seen it on Twitter. I don't know about anywhere else or anything like that. Is now all of a sudden they're bringing his criminal history into it that happened like a decade prior to.
Mm-hmm.
What's that got to do with anything? I
You know
thought
what
y'all
else
don't
they're
like.
doing? They're attacking his fucking kids on the internet right now because one of his kids was seen smoking a cigarette. And there's a shit ton of hate articles. And I'm like, what? Why do you care if she's smoking a cigarette?
It's just.
Also, I don't really care if Barack Obama sleeps with dudes. I
Oh, I
kind of
don't
care if
either.
he's smoking crack. Like, I'm not down with that.
Yeah, it's in the White House. That's probably who brought it in the White House. Apparently.
Everybody thought it was Hunter and it was Obama.
Yeah, it was
He's
Obama.
like, oh, that's just left over from when I
Yeah,
was
I knew it was in 2008, but
from when
I
I
don't
was
know
like,
if it was
he's
ever debunked.
so
I don't know how you
old.
debunk a one-on-one scenario when it's really a he said she said. And I don't know if Obama ever addressed it. I don't recall
Well,
him
I
ever
think
addressing
that a lot of it was they just attack like obviously, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean here, right? But look at him. I mean, you can tell that he's lived a life, you know what I mean? And he has, and he doesn't hide it.
No, he was very open about that.
And he just kind of goes with it. But like, even though Tucker, I feel like Tucker is kind of off the rails, I'm like low key here for it at the same time.
I'm 100% here for it.
But some of the things that he's kind of saying, I'm like, I I don't I don't
Who?
like it. Tucker.
What's he saying?
Like some of the vibe that he's going and look, like I'm just one of those people that thinks like you shouldn't cause unnecessary crazy stress of people. And I see why he thinks this about Trump with like the whole like assassination thing. Like
I mean,
I see where he's coming from with it,
he's not
but
far
I
from that.
feel like he said it for a different reason other than feeling that way. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I did, however, read that he's working on or they're currently working on him interviewing Putin because
Yeah,
he
because they
wanted
stopped it before.
to.
Now, here's my thing. I believe 100% in free press.
Yes,
100%.
100%.
Problem is, we don't really truly have free press because if it's not politically favoring to one particular person, party, or something, depending on network, obviously, or
Mhm.
even the network owners, then they suppress certain stories, right?
Right.
And then we discredit independent journalists as well on top of that, while simultaneously complaining about mainstream on both sides.
Mhm.
Most mainstream media being this big evil corporation that we got to get rid of. So then when somebody like Tucker does go out on his own and does the things that he's been wanting to do,
Mhm.
we condemn him and hope he gets sued and whatnot. And it's like, that's not free press. I'm
It's not.
sorry. That's not
It's
free
not.
press at all. Just because you don't like the guy, but at the end of the day, why didn't y'all's boys at CNN that were your heroes? Why haven't they been doing it on their side?
Mhm.
Don Lemon.
Yeah, like where's Don Lemon? Like I would watch him. If
I
Don
would watch if
Lemon
he was doing stuff like this. 100%, I'd
absolutely.
absolutely watch it because I know how handcuffed these big media companies
Mhm.
do restrain
I wanna hear what
their
he has to
people.
say unfiltered, like, working for
Oh
CNN
yeah.
for so long, and I wanna know, like, how do you actually feel about this? Like, now that
Hey,
you're not
you
paid.
see, Foot Junkie, I'm glad. I'm glad he was a liability for
Mhm,
Fox because now he is unhinged, and I'm happy for it.
and
This is
I
true
wish that
freedom
Don
of
Lemon would
press.
follow suit.
I
Like, if
do.
Don Lemon had his own and Tucker had his own and, like, can kinda, like, I would watch both, and I don't
Scott, I
like Don
agree.
Lemon.
He is a twat waffle. I 100% agree.
Mhm,
I'm not
but
saying I like the guy, but if
I'm
he
gonna
was
listen to both
interviewing
sides.
like good people too,
Mhm,
that he's been wanting to interview to expose Steph on even on our side, 100% I'd listen.
Absolutely. I'm at the point now where, like, metaphorically, and I'm gonna emphasize metaphorically,
Twitter
I'm ready
costs
for
$11 a month to get verified, so it's not a money issue. I mean, he's got the reach already, just like Tucker did. He not as much as Tucker, but he has the reach. So Don Lemon has the weight if y'all truly liked him as much as you claim on the left, not
I just
necessarily.
want it all metaphorically burned to the ground.
100%.
All of
I
it.
don't care who does
The
it.
entire media, like, unplug it, plug it back in again, and let's try this again, because we've obviously gone so far from, free speech and actually reporting news and not leaving certain places out and not leaving this out. And I don't care if you're from CNN and I don't care if you're from Fox. I think that everyone should just walk the fuck away and start reporting on their own.
Right.
Like the guy that does all the Michigan news now. What's his name?
Thank you, Butters. 100%.
I want to hear everything they have to say.
Yes, and I will watch every interview.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. Like, that's true free press right there.
But I mean, they're entertainment to you. I mean, would CNN be entertainment as well, or just Fox? Is all news media entertainment? Because I feel like
no. So
all
this
news
is the
media is
thing that,
entertainment at
that the
this point.
left runs with is that they're an entertainment company. And so they're not news because they're entertaining.
No, I think all media is bullshit and
But
needs to
they're
go.
media, and so that's just I don't like Fox. Let me just put that out there. So I'm not defending them at all. But they're still a fucking
we
news
agree on that. He said yes. Are we talking about like all? So you think that CNN is also like just all media is kind of entertainment?
Yeah, I mean, remember the lie that the 2016 election was stolen? That was a big lie that CNN and
I
Hillary Clinton
remember
run
that.
with and still run with. But it's okay for them to
Did
do it.
any of them get
No,
charges for that?
no, they
Out of
weren't sued
curiosity?
either. No.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was just wondering.
I know.
And before anybody says it's for the insurrection, he's not being charged with that.
Right.
So
You don't even have a charge for that. I also found it very entertaining on this celebration that the left had on a minority that they didn't like. The Proud Boys leader, he got 22 years and he wasn't even in January 6th.
So real quick, what were his actual I have two questions about this because I didn't look into this. First and foremost, what were his actual charges? And second of all, did he have a criminal history? Like, was there a criminal
I think he had a criminal history.
Of what, though? Because that takes into account a lot of times, too, when you get sentenced.
They charged him with sedition. And of course, it's a federal court, so we don't know. We weren't able to like watch it or keep up with it to know what was in there for planning it. Apparently, is what the government claimed and clearly showed some evidence. But
for planning what? For planning what, though? I was as well. I was on the phone.
Well, that's.
But what I'm saying, like, for planning what, though? He was charged with planning what? January 6th? He didn't plan that on his own. So what did he plan? Tex.
I don't know. That's just what they said, sedition. And then Foot Junkie said planning. For planning it. So I thought you were waiting on Foot Junkie. Yeah, see? He did.
So sedition is to conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against authority of a state or monarch. But he wasn't there.
And I didn't ever see him say any rhetoric either.
But how could he be behind the scenes planning what? Planning January 6th? Because he didn't plan that. Trump planned that.
I think there was more FBI agents there that did more damage than there was Proud Boys. So what's he planning? Like,
I mean, I'm not saying that like, and that's also why I asked like, what were his previous charges? How bad of a criminal record did he have? Because that winds up playing a big role in,
sure,
like if I go to court for drunk in public, right? And I've got a clean record, I'm probably going to get a slap on the wrist, a ticket, don't do that shit again. But if I had like 47 charges of drunk in public, your girl's probably going to do some time. I'm
right?
not saying that like he didn't deserve any time. I'm just saying I don't know enough about it. In 22 years for planning an event to where this has happened before at the Capitol, and I didn't see anybody go. I'm not saying that it was right or wrong. I'm just saying I'm really sick of rules for thee and not for me shit.
Oh, always.
Why was his race brought up into the intro of this?
Because I wanted to. Because he is a minority. I didn't bring up his race. I just said he's a minority. That's a fact.
I'm not just, I didn't follow that one enough to know like what all.
Oh, the legal system. Well, it's funny how it's not
It
now.
absolutely is broken.
But like 6 years ago, they were saying it was broke. The Democrats were saying it was broke. They were saying it for police reform. You wouldn't need police reform then if it's not as broke. Like that's what they ran on defunding the police and police reform.
The question was weird in that the left doesn't like him because of that. What?
No, I didn't say that at all.
I didn't say that.
Sorry, you took it that way.
Have conservative content. They're gonna start throwing everybody in prison. Well, that's my question. Like, I want to like, and it sucks that it was in like a federal because I like to look
That's
at that
true,
stuff.
Butters.
I want to see what exactly was he charged with? What was his criminal history? What for planning? What? I just don't understand any of it. I don't understand any of it. But to say that like our legal system isn't broken,
Yeah,
our legal system has been broken for a long fucking time.
there it
A
is.
long fucking time. A prime example of that would be what Texas, where you have this person going to jail for 20 years, this person going to jail for 30 years, but then you have a man who forcibly stole the innocence of 2 children and was sentenced to 6 months. So that's just kind of how I feel about it. Like I feel, and from my experience, my personal experience, the legal system is destroyed.
Yeah.
We claim that, we want to help women of domestic violence, and then we talk them into pressing charges, and then we don't give them personal protection orders. We keep letting people get away with shit that shouldn't get away with shit. Like, I just don't understand why it can't be the same across the board for everybody. Everybody, no matter who you are, where you came from, purple, pink, poor, rich, I don't give a fuck. City, country, if you break a law, then everyone should be treated the same in the court of law, and they're not. Never have been. Like, we can't say that like rich people don't get away with shit.
I don't align with that thinking. Like I can ask what ifs because that like why is it so bad to ask what ifs?
What ifs about
Why
what?
is it so bad to point out anecdotal evidence? Why don't you like it? Because that's what it is too. You just don't like it because it goes against the narrative too. Same with what ifs. It's called questioning things, and something we should all be doing because same thing happens with abortions. What if it's this? What if it's that?
And guns.
And guns. What if you do this? Oh, but look at this shooting. Oh, but look at that. Like everybody does it, and that's part of it. So it is
But
what it
what
is.
anecdotal evidence, though? What do you mean?
When you talk about like what this scenario over here, and it's not the masses.
I'm really confused right now because Are we in a vibe to where all of a sudden now everybody believes that the court system is effective and
Oh,
doing its job and it's fair?
yeah.
Why? Because the Cheeto got arrested? Why? Because the Proud Boy went to prison? Now all of a sudden the court system is fair?
Cat's catching on.
I
Yeah.
don't
They're cheering
understand
on the hey,
because
imagine that the left is cheering
if the court
on
system was so fair, then like why didn't Trump go to jail for sexual assault? He was charged with
anecdotal
it. He didn't go
evidence.
to
You
jail
can't
for it,
say that.
right?
That's anecdotal. So you can't say that.
I'm just wondering why he didn't if the
You can't
court
say that.
system is so
Stop. You're
fair.
not allowed to say that.
Oh.
That's
Like,
how it
are we
comes.
pro-government tonight? Like, what is going
I'm
on?
not. I'm never pro-government.
I don't think anything that we're talking about would be considered binary politics. Binary politics.
Well, my wife, we just got home
Oh,
and we're over. So I'm gonna go.
you're grounded.
No, I want to see
You
my
gotta go
wife.
a timeout.
I ain't seen her all day.
Whoopsh. No, I'm just
You,
joking.
you saw that. You were on the phone.
I know. I'm just
I
fucking.
saw her for 5 seconds.
All right, send us off with something positive for the night because you're leaving us for a week. So don't forget, guys, next week, while you think, next week, Tex is not here. And it is Girl Week up in this biatch next week. The girls are taking over.
May the Lord have mercy.
It is, Pablo. No, it is definitely because it can come off much more heated than what it is. So, okay, go. Positive thought.
Positive thoughts. Positive thoughts. I don't know. I don't really have any, honestly. Positive.
You don't have any?
It's hard to be positive, but I don't know.
No?
I really don't. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I know. I couldn't even think of anything positive.
Guys, I hope you all have an amazing evening this evening. And remember that you are your own rainbow.
Oh,
And you are your own special, unique snowflake.
Always coming to my aid, like America to Ukraine.